While at USC, Ron Mix earned All-American honors twice and was named as one of the top 50 USC players of all time. In 1960, he was the first-round pick of both the NFL's Baltimore Colts and the AFL's Boston Patriots, which traded him to the upstart San Diego Chargers. NFL Hall of Famer Willie Brown reflects on a very controversial Pro Bowl.
Back in 1965, they had the Pro Bowl in New Orleans, Louisiana. The other players already there, they was having a meeting. So Buck and I walked in and said, "What's going on?" So they was explaining to us that if you get a cab from the airport, they'll drop you 2 blocks away from the place where you're going. You can't take the elevator upstairs to your room. Also, you can't eat in the dining hall. Also, they distributed tickets to all the players, and they had the black players in one section of the end zone, their family. So, of course, we decided to have a meeting. So Ron, he's the elder statesman of the group, and so Ron was very, very vocal.
The way everybody found out, where the white players found out about it, is that morning we were to have a practice, and so we were to go get on the bus and go to the practice field, and the coaches started taking the roll call, and call Willie Brown, no Willie, Buck Buchanan, no Buck Buchanan, and time after time, and suddenly somebody said all the black players are missing. And the head coach said, what happened? And then one of the players reiterated what Willie just said. And so I got off the bus and went to the black players meeting, and without going into a long story, just simply said that I'm with you. If you're boycotting the game, then you can count me in.
Ron was an All-AFL standout selection 7 times as a tackle and once as a guard. His many accolades include being named 28th on the Pro Football Digest's 100 Greatest Players of All Time. He was also named to the Chargers Hall of Fame, Sports Illustrated's All-Time Dream Team, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and the National Jewish Sports Hall of Fame. Here are 2 small excerpts from Ron's acceptance.
Like many in this room, I was brought up at a time when there was great prejudice against Jewish people in the United States. And that was just the way it was. And Jewish people were felt to be inferior. And so like many of you in the room, all it did was add some steel to our spine. And we decided to try to show people we were as good as anybody else. Because athletes judge you as individuals, not in any preconceived notion. And if you can deliver, that's all that's important. That's all that's necessary for them.
His entire speech can be accessed in our events category on this interactive television. Ron Mix, Pro Football Hall of Famer and 2010 Jewish Sports Hall of Fame of Northern California inductee.